Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at what do people notice about your beauty. Oh, if you haven't noticed these cutesy bracelets by now, I'd like to tell you a little bit about them before we get started with your reading. So a company called Otter Spirit, if you haven't heard of them, actually reached out to me a few months ago, offering to send a few crystal bracelets to review and give my honest opinion on. Now, I'm not going to go on and on about what each crystal is or what they do, because I'm sure most of you already know your crystals, but if you are unsure, they do guide you on the website. It's easy to navigate and they explain each crystal's properties and which zodiac signs they're linked to, so you can find your perfect match. By the way, I'm not getting paid to promote this. I'm genuinely supporting them because of their cause. Also, my partner that helps me run the channel is obsessed with otters, so he insisted we talk about the cause more, which I completely agree with. Otter Spirit is partnered with the California Coastkeeper Alliance and the Monterey Bay Aquarium. They help protect sea otter habitats, rehabilitate orphan pups, and work to prevent extinction. And with each bracelet purchased, Otter Spirit donates $1 towards that mission. So you're not just getting a crystal bracelet, which by the way is 100% natural AAA grade gemstone, you're also becoming a part of something bigger. If you're curious, you can check them out to see what they're doing for the otters. It's really cute and inspiring. Okay, so my honest opinion, they arrived in cute boxes, perfectly packaged. The packaging feels thoughtful, elegant, luxurious, but still minimal. If you're gifting it to someone, you could literally just hand it over like that or pop it in a gift bag. It also comes with a 2-year warranty, which is really amazing. Inside each box, there's a little authenticity card. It has an affirmation to use with the crystal, plus the intention, zodiac, and chakras it's associated with. Each card also has a number, so if you're into collecting things, it's kind of fun to keep track of which ones you've got, almost like a spiritual collector's items. The crystals themselves feel really high quality, they're comfortable to wear, and you can stack a few at a time, which I really love. Since I started wearing them, especially the Sunstone one, I've noticed that I've started to realize where I've been overgiving or burning myself out. I've been more conscious about letting my body rest without guilt. The Moonstone and Turquoise really helped me process emotions without shaming myself, and as someone who's always been really sensitive, that has been like a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. Now maybe it's just life, but I honestly feel like these crystals have guided me through those shifts, not in a magical fix your life kind of way, but more like a tool. I see them as beams for your energy. When you focus an intention into them, they reflect and amplify that back to you. They help you stay aligned emotionally, spiritually, and energetically. If you want to try them out, you can use my link in the description box below, www.otterspirit.com/psychic-siren-tarot, or you can use my discount code at checkout, Samantha20 in all caps, to get 20% off your purchase. Thank you to Otter Spirit for sending me these beautiful pieces. I'll definitely be using them more. So now back to your pile selection. So for pile 1, we have the Moonstone crystal bracelet with the Magician card. For pile 2, we have the Sunstone crystal bracelet with the 10 of Pentacles. And for pile 3, we have the Turquoise crystal bracelet with the World card. So take a look at the piles we have here and see which one you're most drawn to, and that will be your pile for today. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick one. So once you are done picking a pile, you can find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi pile 1, if you chose the Moonstone crystal bracelet and the Magician card, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what do people notice about your beauty. So please be aware that this is a general reading, only take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you haven't seen the intro and you like these crystal bracelets, you can use my code at checkout, in all caps Samantha20, or you can use my link in the description box below to get 20% off your order. So let's get started by shuffling your cards. Now I am going to use a mixture of my Clairvoyance to see certain features that kind of get shown to me about your beauty. And then I'm also going to use the card to interpret the messages. So, Spirit Guides of Pile 1, please tap me into their energy. Please show me, what do people notice about their beauty? What do people notice about Pile 1's beauty? So we have the Eight of Cups. We have the Justice card. We have the King of Swords. We have the Page of Cups. And we have the Five of Pentacles, with the Temperance card at the back of the deck. So my pile ones, people definitely notice when you walk into a room, but they also notice when you leave the room. Because you're so beautiful, there's something about like when you're not there, people notice when you're gone. But I feel like people also notice you before you even speak. Like you could just be in the corner of the room, like not even doing much, but then people still notice you. So maybe you guys have the type of beauty that stands out within a crowd, that people remember even after you've left. So you have like an unforgettable type of beauty here. Regardless of your gender, when I say beauty, I'm just using it generally. People also notice your behind area. So the Eight of Cups makes me think of walking away. And then it makes me think of like someone literally looking at you from behind. So maybe like you have like a very sexy back or a very sexy booty or something, or nice legs, or maybe your hair looks really nice from the back. Something about people noticing you with your back turning towards them, right? I feel like you guys have a soft beauty to you, like soft features, yet intimidating, an intimidating type of hotness to you at the same time. Like you could be portrayed as cute and hot at the same time, and that's what people notice about your beauty. I feel like a lot of people are intimidated to come up to you and speak to you and tell you that they're interested in you or give you compliments even, and then after you leave they're like, oh, why didn't I go and talk to them? So yeah, people notice how your beauty seems to intimidate them in some way. As we see in the cards, a lot of you could be brunette. Some of you could have dark hair, like this person on the card. I'm seeing a fox-like beauty in my mind's eye. So maybe you guys have fox-like features, like a foxy, sexy beauty. In my mind's eye, I'm also seeing gym equipment. So people think your body looks fit. People think you take care of your health based off the way your body looks. Or maybe your skin is just like very radiant and glowy and super healthy. Or maybe your hair looks very healthy. Either way, people just think you take good care of yourself physically. Even if you don't go to the gym, even if you don't eat well, you know, maybe you drink a lot of water and your skin is really clear. I don't know, but there's something about you looking healthy with your beauty. Some of you have a model-like beauty, because in my mind's eye, I'm seeing like different people on magazine covers. So people definitely think you have that model look, whether you see yourself that way or not. This is how people are seeing you, right? Some of you could also have really cool tattoos, because this here is reminding me of tattoos. I don't know why. Some of you could also have like an artistic look to you. This card kind of reminds me of artist energy, just the way it looks, or like a romantic type of beauty. Some of you have a subtle natural beauty, I'm hearing, because I'm hearing subtle, but it's almost like the simplicity is beautiful. Maybe some of you have like a minimalist type of look, or like I said, a natural beauty where maybe you don't do too much, but that simplicity is beautiful. Some people notice like random things you wouldn't even think of. Like I'm seeing you could have like a cute chin, where someone was like, I wish I had a chin like yours. And you're like, oh, why would they notice my chin? But like, I'm seeing something about like a feature you wouldn't really think of. It doesn't have to be the chin, but I'm using that as an example because that's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. Some of you could have like a kind of tint to your skin. Either like a glow to your skin, like I said before, or like a pinkish tint to your skin. Maybe you use blush, maybe you just have a natural, like, rosy, I don't want to say texture, but look to your skin, right? People definitely notice accessories you put in your hair, because I'm seeing like different hair accessories like claw clips. I don't know what this thing is called I'm seeing in my mind's eye, but it's kind of like a comb-like accessory. I'm also seeing earrings in my mind's eye, so people definitely notice accessories, jewelry you wear in general. So in my mind's eye, I'm seeing different graphs, and what this is making me think of is maybe you have the quote-unquote perfect look, or maybe if we had to like scientifically analyze your beauty, you would be considered very conventionally attractive based off your overall facial features and facial harmony. Some of you have an ocean, coastal like theme to your style or the way you look. It kind of reminds people of the beach, like tropical kind of things, because I'm seeing like harbors in my mind, tropical things like ocean things in my mind's eye, lighthouses, which is reminding me of like a coastal type of vibe. Maybe some of you have like a beach type look, or maybe you have like beach waves or an ocean like aesthetic. Some of you could like to wear a lot of dresses. I'm seeing like cottagecore aesthetic too. I'm definitely seeing soft waves in my mind's eye. So some of you could have like soft waves to your hair. I'm not seeing super curly hair, but if you do have super curly hair, maybe that's one of the first things people notice about your beauty. Now in my mind's eye, I'm also seeing your teeth, and then I'm seeing the word teeth. So there's a double message there about people noticing your teeth. Like maybe they think you have a very beautiful smile, or maybe when you talk, it just looks very good. They notice your teeth. I'm also seeing some of you could have the type of teeth where those two teeth are like sharper. You know, those two teeth by the side of the mouth. I don't know what they're called, but I'm seeing that for some of you. Now I'm gonna say something. I don't know if I should say this, but I'm seeing it. People definitely notice your chest area. I'm seeing like bigger breasts, or I'm seeing something. Now I don't mean to make you uncomfortable, but like for the men watching, like if you ever wear kind of like pants that kind of show the eggplant print, let me just put it that way, maybe people notice it, but I'm getting people find it hot. But again, I don't want to make you uncomfortable, but it is coming through, so sorry if I did. I'm also seeing an iron in my mind's eye, so maybe a lot of you have like this clean, put together look to you where you almost just look put together. You look like you've ironed your clothes. You look like you just take good care of your hygiene too. Maybe you kind of seem more organized and put together. Some of you have like a variety of different clothes where you have a lot of clothes, and people notice that like every time they see you, you're wearing something different and it looks really good. I'm also seeing in my mind's eye like artistry and creative, so that's confirmation of what I said before. And I'm also seeing someone with like a specific hairstyle where you put your hair in buns and there's like chopsticks in your hair. So I'm seeing that too. If you ever do like cute hairstyles, even if it's not that one, maybe people notice the hairstyles you do. People notice the way you're sitting, like your posture, the way you're posing. If you sit with like your one leg over the other leg, something about that looks good. People also notice your touch. It feels subtle but nice. Like maybe your touch feels very soft, because I almost feel like someone's touching my arm and their hands just feel very gentle on me. And even if I don't usually like people touching me, it's almost like I want to allow this person to touch me. So maybe people notice that. I know that's not your beauty, but it is coming through. You definitely take people's breath away with your beauty, pal one. I keep seeing stuff to do with hair because now I'm seeing a hairbrush, so maybe the way you style your hair is coming through. I'm also seeing a makeup bag, so people definitely notice the way you do your makeup. Some of you have like a sweet look to the way you look. I'm also seeing Brie from Desperate Housewives. Some of you kind of have a beauty like hers. You don't have to look like her, but like I said before, some of you come across as like very put together. Like if you know her character, she was always cleaning. She always made sure her house was like always spotless. You know, I'm kind of getting that vibe. So maybe some of you have that vibe to you. Something about your fingers, your nails. People definitely also notice your eyebrow shape. Something about your eyebrows looking very aesthetically pleasing and framing the eyes well. Some of you have plumper lips. And some of you have kind of like sad eyes. Or you look a little bit more gloomy in some way. I don't know why, but I'm kind of seeing that. People also notice the way you talk, the way you present yourself to the world. You seem very genuine, honest, and trustworthy. Even when people don't know you that well, they feel like they can trust you. They feel like they can blindly trust you. They can tell you anything about themselves. And you're never going to spill their secrets or, you know, make them feel bad in any way. You just know how to make yourself look beautiful, how to present yourself in a effortless kind of way to the world. Now I'm seeing someone where they're wearing like a dress that is a little bit low cut and their cleavage is showing. So I keep seeing things to do with that. Some of you could be shorter and thicker, like in terms of body weight. I'm seeing that. Yeah, a lot of you definitely have a beautiful voice, because now I'm seeing an image in my mind's eye of someone playing the piano and singing. And now in my mind's eye, I'm seeing like different perfumes. So maybe people notice that you smell really good, and that just makes you even more beautiful. People definitely feel like you're seductive and they feel turned on by your beauty. They thirst after you, hunger for you. I kind of just see someone like taking a bite from an apple, so it's making me feel like people kind of crave your presence. You have a dreamy like quality to your beauty or your personality. You're very intellectual, so you're beautiful but smart at the same time, and people consider that to make you almost like, I don't want to say a threat, but like you kind of have both of that. You're not just beautiful, you're also smart. And I feel like that just enhances your overall beauty and the way people see you. It kind of just makes them see you as even better, you know, when they get to know you and they see how smart you are. A lot of you could have like an imaginative side to your personality, and you could also give very little information to people about yourselves. You're kind of giving me the vibe of the person I would feel comfortable talking to, but then reveals very little about themselves. So maybe people notice your mystery in your beauty. People also notice that you have like a calming aura to you. A soothing aura, if I can put it that way. In terms of your personality, people can definitely see that you've grown as a person, and that overall just enhances the beauty they've already seen within you. People notice that you're always prepared. Like you always have everything packed. Like let's say you go on a trip with someone, you're going to have your passports packed, you're going to have everything packed, you're going to have I don't know if you have a checklist or what, but it seems like you're always prepared. I'm just using that as an example, but that's kind of what I see in my mind's eye. You seem well educated, like you've studied a few things, or maybe some of you have degrees. You're very irresistible, and people almost feel like called to talk to you. I know I said you're very intimidating, and yes, they are intimidated by your beauty, but it almost just feels like your look is pulling me in some way. When people meet you, they feel like they've prayed for a person like you, because I'm literally seeing that in my mind's eye. You are like sunshine to others. You brighten people's day. And people definitely feel like they can commit to you, not just in relationship settings, but friendship settings too. But people could also feel like you're wifey or hubby material in some way. If you're a man, something about your beard. And you're also just really fun to be around. Like, you always have your inner child with you no matter your age. And once people have been with you in that way, like in the bedroom, they find that, again, it's like an unforgettable experience, and then they just crave you more. When people love you, they feel like they have something to look forward to, something that makes them happy when they wake up in the morning. And I feel like that effect you have on people enhances like that inner beauty they see in you. So that is all I have for you, Pile 1. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose the Sunstone bracelets and the 10 of Pentacles, and this is your reading, we're going to be taking a look at what do people notice about your beauty. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. And I also wanted to say, if you like these crystal bracelets and you haven't seen the intro, you can use my link to get 20% off your purchase in the description box below, or you can use my discount code Samantha20 in all caps, like I said, to get a 20% discount if you like them. So let's go ahead and shuffle your cards. I'm going to be using my Clairvoyance to see what features I can see, and then I'm also going to use the cards and interpret them. So Spirit Guides of Pile 2. By the way, I started hearing Lana Del Rey songs when I was about to start your reading. Not a particular song, but just her voice. So maybe some of you could be Lana Del Rey fans, or people maybe notice something about your music taste. Maybe they like your music taste. Or maybe you have a vibe like Lana Del Rey to the way you look. Okay, so Spirit Guides of Pile 2. Please tap me into their energy. Please show me, what do people notice about their beauty? A lot of you love animals and pets. And I guess people notice that about your inner beauty. Like, you have a love for animals. So the Knight of Pentacles is showing up with the Hermit. Then we have the Knight of Wands. We could have a lot of males watching this pile. We also have the Four of Cups. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. And at the back of the deck, we have the Strength card. So the first thing people notice about you and your beauty and your look is you have like this intense gaze. I don't know if some of you are Scorpio moons or risings, but I find this often happens with like Scorpio placements or even water sign placements, where when they look at someone, they kind of see through the person and they have like a very intense, seductive gaze. And I'm seeing that with you guys. People notice that you are quite observant, and they notice when you are observing them. And it can almost make them feel like they're catching their breath in a way, because they don't want you to observe something negative, and then they become like self-conscious and they wonder what you're thinking of them or what you're basically observing. So something about like your eyes being very observant, very intense, is what people notice first. And the eyes are the windows to the soul, so maybe people notice through your intense gaze or stare that, again, like you're seeing right through them. Maybe a lot of you are very intuitive in some way, shape, or form, whether you realize it or not. Now, I know this doesn't really have to do with your beauty, but it also has to do with your look and your facial expression. So People notice your different facial expressions and your mood according to the facial expressions. So I don't know why, but a lot of people like to look at what you're feeling. They almost try to read you through your facial expressions, through your body language, and try to figure out what you're feeling. And it comes from insecurities of theirs, because I feel it in my solar plexus. It's kind of like, maybe I don't want you to feel a certain way. Like, let's say I tell you something and I'm not sure how you're going to react to that. And then I'm kind of looking at your facial expressions to see how you're reacting. You know, it's kind of giving me that vibe. So maybe people notice different moods you're in based off your facial expression. People notice that you guys have a very regal-like beauty, goddess-like beauty if you're a woman. If you're a man, almost like that kind of energy. I don't want to say godlike energy because that sounds a little bit weird, but I hope you get what I mean. Like when you see a woman and she kind of just looks like a goddess, so that type of energy showing through here, or regal-like beauty. You kind of carry yourself with a lot of grace. That's what people notice about you. And I'm hearing penny for your thoughts. So people often like want to know what you're thinking in the moment. You also seem to carry this quiet confidence with you that people notice, and it sort of enhances the beauty you already have. Okay, so now in my mind's eye, I'm seeing the movie Jennifer's Body. And if you've ever watched that, Megan Fox absolutely looked so sexy in that movie. And that movie was just very iconic. So maybe a lot of you look very sexy, very seductive, always have man-eater vibes, even if you're not that way. Maybe you just kind of have that vibe to the way you look. People notice the way your hips move when you walk if you're a woman. If you're a man, maybe you have like a certain stance to the way you walk that appears sexy to people. I'm seeing men that kind of have this stance where they almost like make their chest out, like put their chest out in a way when they walk. So I don't know if some of you walk like that, but there's something about you walking with confidence and you walking with a kind of, I don't want to say the word intent, it doesn't make sense. You're walking with a mission. Let me just put it like that way. You're not walking aimlessly, not knowing where you're going. It kind of feels like you know where you're going. I don't know how to explain that, but that's what I'm getting from your walk. People notice your eyelashes. I'm seeing eyelashes that are not necessarily particularly long, but they kind of curl upwards. They're straight, but they kind of have like an upward curl to it. And people like your lashes. Regardless if you're a man or a woman, people could just like your lashes. And if you are someone that wears makeup and does like eyeliner or a cat eye look, maybe people like that. When you are out in public, you always have a lot of people watching and staring at you, whether you notice it or not. A lot of people notice you from afar and they like to stare at you. You know, when you just see a beautiful person and they're aesthetically pleasing to look at, you just want to stare at them the whole time. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting. You may even have a lot of people like watching or stalking your social media. It doesn't necessarily have to be like negative. It could just be people kind of admiring you. But it could also be like past people maybe stalking you on social media. Because I just see a lot of eyes on you. People feel like when they're in conversation with you, they sort of enter another world. Time just goes by really fast with you because they have such a good time with you, such good conversations. You're a very interesting person. And I think that's more to do with your inner beauty. Like, people feel like when they have conversations with you, they never want it to end. And like I said, the conversation is just so interesting that it's like they could speak to you for 2 hours and it felt like 2 minutes. You get what I mean? It sort of just feels like they're more present with you. And when you speak, people listen because you have a certain type of charisma about you and a certainty with what you're saying with your words. If you like to wear sunglasses or glasses in general, people could notice that and think it looks good on you. I'm seeing purses that kind of go over the shoulder in my mind's eye. So if you ever wear purses like that, people notice that and they like the purse you're wearing. So now I'm seeing Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, that movie. I don't know why I'm seeing like all these different movies, but kind of like iconic movies where the main character's hot. So yeah, maybe you guys have like a main character energy about you. You seem like strong and powerful in your own way. And I'm kind of getting that vibe from you of like people wouldn't want to mess with you. You kind of just carry the type of vibe physically, like based off the way you look, that tells people you're very assertive and you won't take BS from people. But you also have kind looking eyes that tell people you're genuine. I keep seeing pets in my mind's eye. I'm seeing like a dog paw, and then I'm seeing like someone play with their dog. So maybe people just love that you're like always with your pets or something like that. Maybe people just love that about you. You also have like a bold look. You guys, I'm being reminded of Rihanna and how she's not afraid to be herself unapologetically. How she's not like afraid to wear something bold and just stand out in a way. Because I feel like you guys are risk takers. You may not be one to kind of play it small when it comes to the way you dress up, to the way you look, and even just taking up space. And maybe even in your personality, you're like that. And I feel like you kind of have a trendsetter vibe about you where when you wear something, people kind of want to mimic or copy it. Some people even feel like, oh, I would want to wear that, but I'm like afraid of putting that much attention on me. It's kind of like they look at you and they wish they could have your confidence to wear like that bold look, but then they kind of feel too self-conscious to do that. So maybe your beauty brings out the self-consciousness in people that and makes them realize where they're maybe playing it small or playing it safe, or not expressing themselves to the fullest. And this doesn't just have to do with your style. It could be in other areas of life, but since we are taking a look at your beauty, the emphasis is on that. But maybe you're just also not afraid to be yourself authentically. Like, you know, if you're at a club, you're gonna dance. You're not gonna like be shy, or you at least don't seem shy. And that's what people notice and like about you. I feel like people think you're very extroverted in a way. And even if you're not extroverted, people just think you're not shy to like speak to people or to go up to like a stranger and start a conversation. People just get that overall vibe from you and your beauty, and I guess from what they've seen from you from interacting with you. You just hold your head up high, and again, I'm seeing like a quiet confidence you hold that is admirable, and you're very respected by others. If you like to use bronzer on your face with makeup, people could notice that. If you smoke, people could notice that. I don't know why I'm seeing that, but I just am. I'm not promoting anything like that, but maybe there's like some kind of sexiness to the way you smoke if you do smoke. Some of you could be quite taller in height and people notice that about your beauty. You also seem to be very intelligent, so you're not only beautiful, but you're also smart. That also came up in pile 1. I keep seeing different handbags. Now I'm seeing like those cute small handbags. They aren't big, they're small, but they kind of go on your shoulder. So if you wear those, I forgot what they're called exactly, but I think you'll know what I mean. If you wear those, people notice your handbags. People notice your eye color. Like, regardless of what your eye color is, they think your eye color is very beautiful. People may also notice the colors that you wear, like, often. Like, let's say you wear red a lot and that's your signature look. People could notice that. Or let's say you wear black a lot or blue or whatever. People just notice the colors you wear repeatedly. Some of you are so beautiful that people almost think you would be a heartbreaker at first glance, or think that you would kind of be like a little bit mean. And I know that sometimes when someone is like so beautiful, people often like place certain projections on them, like, oh, I thought you would be this way, but then you're actually not like that. So I don't know why I'm seeing that, but I am. If you like to do concealer where you brighten up the under eyes, where you like the bright look, people could notice that and think it looks very good on you. I keep seeing things about the way you do your makeup. Earlier I was seeing bronzer, now I'm seeing that. So maybe you just do your makeup really well. Maybe the way you do it really enhances your beauty or your features. People notice the way your clothes fall on your body and kind of show off, I want to say, the curves of your body, but I feel like a lot of you don't like to wear tight clothing. You like to kind of wear clothing that's a little bit looser, but still it kind of falls on your body in a nice way. Regardless of your gender, they kind of just notice the shape of your body through your clothing. I'm also seeing that some of you like to do skincare, because I'm seeing I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Sorry if I am not pronouncing it right, but I'm seeing that. So maybe a lot of you like to do skincare, and people could notice that your skin just looks very good, maybe very dewy. People feel like once they've found you and created a relationship with you, whether it's a friendship or something romantic, they feel like they never want to let you go. People often cling on to you because of things they've seen to do with your inner beauty, but they just feel like they never want to let you go. People notice your lips. They like the shape of your lips. If you straighten your hair, because I'm seeing a hair straightener, or if you have naturally straight hair, people could notice that. Something about your nose shape too. I'm seeing noses that, I'm seeing a specific nose type. Just trying to find the right word. I don't know if it's called a Roman nose, but it's one of those noses that aren't like completely straight. I find those noses so pretty. I've seen them on people before and I love that feature. If I'm using the wrong description, sorry, but I think a lot of you will know what I'm talking about. A lot of people are sexually attracted to you, and a lot of people like the way your voice sounds over the phone, where it enhances the sexiness they already feel, like that sexual attraction they already have. You also want to keep secrets, and people love that about you, so they notice that about your inner beauty. You're also hard to figure out. Like, when people think you're gonna go in one direction, you go in the opposite direction, and you're kind of unpredictable. You keep people on their toes, and I think people like that about you. You're also someone that doesn't really like need much overthinking to do something. Like, when you want to do something, you're just gonna go do it. You don't overthink it. You don't have to like ask people for advice. You seem to have a lot of self-trust in your own decisions and the things you want to do. It's not coming through as an impulsive energy, but more the type of energy where you don't overthink your every move. You have self-trust. Does that make sense? Maybe some of you could be a little bit impulsive, but people like that about you because it seems like you don't really overthink your next moves. A lot of you could be family orientated. Family means a lot to you. And when you put an effort into your relationships, you are very consistent. And people like one-on-one time, alone time with you. So like, let's say someone's your friend. They're not going to want to hang out in a group with you. they're gonna want to hang out with you alone so that they get all your attention. You've definitely gone through a lot in life. Your life hasn't been easy, but you've learned a lot of wisdom from that. So I feel like people notice that about your inner beauty. You also seem to be someone that is ambitious in a way, and you seem to have a lot of potential to succeed financially and career-wise. People also notice that you're someone that needs thrill or excitement within your life. Otherwise, when things just become too repetitive, it becomes boring for you. So you kind of have like this thrill-seeking side to you, which people consider to be part of your inner beauty. And you're always the type of person that would jump up to help another person, or to almost try to save another person in a situation they're in. So people notice that heroic energy you have, and that's what they consider to be part of your inner beauty. And like I said, the kind of resilience and strength you have, inner strength. You're also very wise, and people can tell that you're very self-aware. You've done a lot of like inner shadow work, and I feel like people just think you have a mature mindset. People like that about you. A lot of you are too hot to handle, because I'm seeing like someone eat something spicy and it's like so spicy that their mouth is burning. So that's why I'm saying that. You either like agree with that, or like you have a spicy side to your personality. People notice the nail polish you wear. I'm seeing that in my mind's eye. They also notice your body. Like, I keep seeing your body, and people being attracted to your body. And now I'm seeing lipstick in my mind's eye. So maybe people notice like the lipstick color you wear. Maybe they want to ask for the lip combo. A lot of you are also very good at cooking. People consider that to be part of your inner beauty, because I see a lot of you have the acts of service love language, where you love to do little things for the people you love, and people consider that to be part of your inner beauty. You're also the one that got away to many people, because I see them like trying to find you in other people but never finding that. You have a unique personality. No one can replicate you. Like, even if someone tries to be you, they can't be you. I don't know if you guys have had a lot of copycats, but that's just what I see. So that is all I have for you, pile 2. I hope this reading was informative enough. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi, pile 3. If you chose the turquoise crystal bracelet and the world card, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what do people notice about your beauty. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you didn't see the intro and you like these crystal bracelets and you want to get one for yourself, you can use my link in the description box below, or you can use my code at checkout, Samantha20 in all caps, to get 20% off your order. So let's go ahead and shuffle your cards. I'm going to use a mix of clairvoyance and the cards to see what we get about your beauty. So spirit guides of pile 3, please tap me into their energy. Please show me, what do people notice about pile 3's beauty? So based on the first card, some of you like to do full glam makeup. Some of you could have very long, thick, luscious, healthy hair. And some of you like to do your brows like the 2016 Instagram brow, where it looks just like very clean and nice and thick. A lot of you have like nice thick eyebrows that are shaped. So we have the 8 of Swords coming up next. We have the Sun card. We have the Empress, the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and at the back of the deck we have the Devil card. If you're a man, you could also have longer hair that kind of like, the bangs kind of like are longer in a way. People tend to get obsessed with you and your look and your beauty. A lot of you could have bigger eyes that are kind of like doe eyes. Something about your side profile and the way your nose looks from the side looks very beautiful. You're also very photogenic because I'm seeing a camera in my mind's eye, so people could notice your photos that you post online and just how photogenic you look. Now in my mind's eye, I'm seeing those pointy toe heels. So if you ever wear those kind of heels or just heels in general, I'm also seeing like kitten heels. Maybe people could like the way those heels look on you, or just shoes in general. It doesn't have to be heels. You have a unique beauty, unique features that you won't just find in anybody. Like with your pile, you're not just gonna find someone that looks like you easily. Like, you guys have a one-of-a-kind beauty. And you don't look like just every other person. I'm not getting that this pile's basic either. You guys like to be extra. Like, in the way you dress up, in the way you portray yourself to the world. A lot of you could like to wear longer lashes, either extensions, or maybe you just have long lashes naturally, or maybe the way you do your mascara, it looks very long and luscious, or even thick eyelashes. So people also notice the way you smell. It could be perfume, but in my mind's eye, I'm seeing like different shampoo bottles and like, you know, those scented kind of lotions and scented soaps. Maybe you guys use a specific like scented lotion or soap and people like the smell of it. Or like, let's say you recently just washed your hair and people can smell your hair and they think it really smells good. Something about your scent is coming through that people notice. You guys also seem like you've achieved a lot within your own life, because I'm seeing a medal in my mind's eye. Your energy is also what draws people in. I see that a lot of you have light within your aura, within your auric field, and that just makes you very magnetic, attracts people to you. Some of you could have straight hair or could like to straighten your hair, or people notice when you do straighten your hair, because I'm seeing a hair straightener in my mind's eye. I'm also seeing a highlighter brush, so maybe a lot of you like to kind of go for the glowy, dewy look. Even if you don't wear highlighter, maybe you just have that type of look. I'm seeing someone here could do ballet or tap dancing or something like that. I know that's not a part of your beauty, but like I'm seeing a ballerina in like ballerina clothes, and maybe that outfit just looks very good. So if you like dance or do anything creative or something, maybe people notice when you're wearing that attire. A lot of you seem like the types that travel a lot and like to take pictures a lot when you're traveling. A lot of you could also be a lot more like daintier in your physique, or you could have like a smaller physique in whatever way that means to you. I keep seeing cameras in my mind's eye, so the photogenicness is definitely showing up strongly and is being emphasized here within the message. I feel like people like to look at your photos online. If you're a man, something about your arms are sexy. And if you have like veiny arms, something about that's coming through. Or even like your Adam's apple, your neck area. I don't know why I'm seeing that, but I am. Some of you could dress in a more bougie way or aesthetic, or you just like look very bougie, even if the clothes you're wearing aren't expensive or the jewelry you're wearing isn't expensive. There's just something bougie or luxurious about the way you look for some of you, if you resonate with that. Like, you make whatever you wear look expensive. People can tell you have good dental hygiene. I don't know why that's coming through, but that's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. I'm also seeing a checklist. So in terms of your physical outer beauty, but also your inner beauty, you have a lot of like the traits people look for, where you tick a lot of boxes for them. Some of you could also have a particular accent that people find beautiful. I know that's not part of your physical beauty, but it's your voice. And now I'm seeing a genie lamp in my mind's eye. So you could almost like become or be what people want or wish for in relationships, friendships, or you just know how to give people what they want without them even having to ask for it. If you're a man, you could like to shave, have a clean shave. I'm seeing that. You have a very polarizing personality and look where a lot of people will have mixed reactions to that. So you guys will have people that either love you or strongly dislike you. I don't want to use the word hate because that's a strong word. But I feel like you bring out extreme reactions within people, and there's often no in between. Your beauty is also intimidating in a way where people are like scared to tell you how they feel, scared to like tell you that they're attracted to you. A lot of people feel like you would just reject them, and I do feel like this pile also attracts a lot of envy because of your beauty. One thing I do see about you guys is you do tend to influence the people around you, not just through style and fashion and things like that, but you do influence people to do things. Like, let's say one day you are starting to do tennis and then another person like also wants to do it. Or let's say you wear a specific outfit and now somebody else wants to buy that exact outfit too. But I feel like when people almost try to not necessarily replicate or copy you, but like try to wear the thing that you're wearing and expect that they would look like you. Like I'm seeing someone like maybe try to wear a top you were wearing and it doesn't look the same on them, or maybe you do your makeup in a certain way and they try to do their makeup like yours, but it just doesn't give off the same vibe or look. It's like they don't pull it off like you do. That's what people notice. Like even when they try to not necessarily replicate your look, but take like inspiration from it, it's like it doesn't look the same on them. Or like let's say they do see you do your makeup in a certain way and they try to do it themselves, but they're missing like a step or it's missing something. That's what I see with the Eight of Swords. And a lot of people just feel like choked up around you where again like they're afraid to talk to you. You have a very warm, nurturing personality. And people know that they only get one chance with you. If they mess up, you're out of their lives forever. And that can also create an intimidation. And people also think you know your worth and have self-love. People also notice that others tend to get jealous and possessive of, like let's say a partner around you. Like let's just say you're someone that's very attractive and someone else has their partner around. It's almost like they're gonna keep their eye on you because you're so attractive that they're maybe afraid that their partner would look at you. Or let's say you have someone you used to date and like their current partner is like always watching you, jealous. Or let's say it could be the other way around where you're dating someone and their ex is like jealous of you or something like that. I'm seeing situations where people almost just become possessive of their partner around you, and jealous. Almost afraid that you're going to steal the person away. Even if you wouldn't do that, maybe they're just afraid that that person would be attracted to you. Some of you have a flower-like scent. And a lot of you like to collect different items, like maybe collect different pairs of sunglasses, different lipstick shades, whatever it is. I see you guys like collecting different things to add to your beauty regime, whether it's like your fashion style, your jewelry, whatever it is. I see that. Oh, even when people date you, they get jealous that they get jealous when other people look at you. That's what I'm seeing as well. So there's a lot of jealous energies here. Some of you could have lighter hair, like a lighter hair color. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. Your body looks very moisturized. I don't know if you're those types of people that always moisturize your whole body when you get out of the shower or bath, but I'm just seeing your skin looks moisturized in some way. You guys have bad B energy and people can't compete with you even if they try. I'm hearing that line from that one movie where she's like, please, I'm a star. So maybe you guys have star-like energy where you just shine and kind of, again, like have that bad B energy where people want to be around you and want to look at you. And I feel like a lot of people do take inspiration from you and look up to you in a way. People perceive you as a type of person that's always on top of things, in the sense of, let's say you're busy, you have a busy day, but you go out, you still look good. It's not like you're looking all ruffled or scruffy or anything. Let's say you have a busy week, but you still make time to like do your beauty regime and skincare. And if it's not skincare, then I see like someone shaving their legs every week. I'm seeing stuff like that. Even if that's not true, people perceive you to be that type of person that's always ready. Like you're never gonna go to a place looking bad. You guys have a hot beauty, because I'm seeing fire in my mind's eye. You also have a beautiful smile and laughter with the Sun card. And you have a very relaxed vibe and aura about you that people are drawn to. People also think you have a beautiful name. I know that's not part of physical beauty, but that's what I'm seeing. Some of you could be gamers. You're the type of person people would like want to buy flowers for and do like cute romantic things for. People feel an urge not to mess up with you and to do things right the first time. You guys have a lot of sexual magnetism to you. I'm seeing necklaces in my mind's eye, so people could notice when you wear like different necklaces. I'm seeing someone that likes to stack different necklaces. Some of you could have a strong jawline, and some of you could have upturned lips. And I'm seeing like more downturned eyes. You bring growth to everyone you encounter. And I feel like when people aren't willing to work on themselves or grow as people, they quickly exit your life. It's like the universe almost throws them out of your life because they're not growing with you. You know what I mean? That's a part of your inner beauty that people notice. You're also someone that tries to be optimistic even when worries kind of overtake your mind, and people find that optimistic, positive quality you have to be part of your inner beauty. You like to give people the benefit of the doubt. You try to not let your fears get the better of you. You're very heart-centered people. And I feel like when someone falls for you, it's very hard to get over you or to let you go. A lot of you could also have like fiery personalities about you. Maybe a little bit stubborn too, but people like that about you. They consider that to be part of your inner beauty because like no one can change your mind when your mind is set on something. And that can be a great thing. Like let's say you're going towards an opportunity and people are like discouraging you. You're going to do it anyways and prove people wrong. Or let's say you are fixated on a decision and you want to make this decision and people are telling you not to, but you make the decision anyway and it turns out great for you, even though they didn't believe that decision would work out, it worked out for you. So that stubbornness can actually lead you to a great place. Even like I'm seeing someone where you're stubborn in the sense of you won't forgive a person once they've done you dirty, and once you said no to that relationship, it's a no. You're not changing your mind. So people find that inspiring because maybe they notice where they're easily swayed or where they maybe say yes to things they want to say no to, or where maybe they allow other people to change their opinions on things, but you don't. So people almost see that quality and wish they could be more firm like that themselves. You guys are admired by many. I wouldn't be surprised if you had a lot of people secretly admiring you or crushing on you. A lot of you could also live very active lifestyles. And people like your I don't give a F attitude. The thing is, you have a gentle heart, but you're not afraid to tell somebody off. Like, if someone is being rude or dismissive to you, you're not afraid to speak your mind. You're the type of person that will say what everybody else is thinking, but no one has the courage to say. You know what I mean? And people like that about you because you're real and you're unapologetic in that sense. And I've met people like that, and when I see that, I want to be more like that, you know? You guys are very good at telling stories, where when you tell a story, people are interested in hearing it from the beginning to the end. Even if they have a short attention span, they're going to pay attention to what you're saying. So people consider that to be part of like your inner beauty in terms of your communication style and the way you tell stories. Your hair is one of your best features. I keep seeing hair. Some of you play the guitar, and maybe people consider your creativity to be part of your inner beauty. A lot of you are also naturally funny, where you don't even have to try. The thing is with you, you don't have to try too hard, but people just admire you anyway. I feel like a lot of you come across as high maintenance to people based off the way you look, and you have a very melodic voice, a voice that keeps people listening. When people crush on you, you also make their heart beat faster. And again, like, I see people being very nervous in front of you, messing up their words because they're trying so hard to impress you because of your beauty. So maybe people notice that within themselves when they are crushing on you, or if they see another person that's crushing on you, they notice that person being nervous around you because of your beauty. I keep seeing like someone bicycling. I don't know if a lot of you like to cycle. I'm seeing like earlier I saw a bicycle, and then I mentioned active lifestyle, and then now I'm seeing like those gym bicycles. So I don't know if a lot of you like to cycle, and maybe part of you just like being into fitness and health adds to the beauty that they already see. A lot of you could also be bookworms. People like that quality about you. Or you could be into sports. There's something about your interests, the things you enjoy, your hobbies, that people kind of see as part of what makes you you, part of what makes you beautiful. And I'm seeing orange auras. Like, it's not like a bright orange, but it's coming through like... Okay, let me just explain what I'm seeing. I'm seeing an orange aura that isn't so bright, and then there's like a white kind of line around the aura. So again, your energy, I don't know if I mentioned that to your pal or another pal, but your energy draws people in. Your energy is part of what makes you beautiful. You could also be very adventurous as a person and spontaneous. People notice your outfit choices are very trendy, and they like how you could have like a wardrobe of clothes and you could mix and match different outfits. Like, let's say you have one top that you wore last weekend, and now you're wearing it again, but with a different skirt or pants or whatever, and it looks completely different. Because you know how to kind of like mix and match your outfits. That's what people notice. Like, you can rewear the same thing and make it look different. That's what I mean. Again, I keep seeing achievements. So people look up to you for your achievements. I'm now seeing yoga. Someone here likes to do yoga. And you guys have like a very cozy, warm, comforting personality. Like, people feel cozy and comforted by you. And I also feel like a lot of people tend to be nostalgic about you when you're no longer in their life. This is a very specific feature I'm seeing, but I'm seeing a nose that kind of has a line down the middle. I don't know how to explain that, but I'm sure a lot of you know what I mean. When a nose has like a specific line. And I'm seeing like more of an upturned nose. With your inner beauty, you're the type of person that sticks around forever. You're never gonna abandon people you love. You're the type of person, when you say you're gonna be there forever, you mean it. You could be the type to dream big and have like a sort of dreamer personality, but you could also tell people about your literal physical dreams. Like, you guys could be very spiritual in a way, and people definitely think that's part of what makes you beautiful. And you guys are the type to want to be there for others. Like, let's say someone's going through something, you're gonna want to help that person through that healing journey. You also seem to not give an F about what other people think about you, and that adds to the whole beauty you have going on. And when you're stressed, you don't seem to take it out on others. You guys have emotional intelligence. You don't follow trends, you set the trends. Because I'm seeing you guys where you don't have to like look at other people and what they're wearing to figure out what to wear. I keep seeing stuff about your style. So maybe that's like one of the biggest things people notice. But with that, it's like you're not necessarily copying other people. You're just being yourself. You're just wearing what you like. And then it's like you set those trends. You don't have to look at what other people are doing and mimic it. You just have that natural ability to do that yourself. So there's like a uniqueness to the way you dress, an authenticity to the way you dress. Okay, so that is all I have for you, Pile 3. I really hope this reading resonated. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.